Hey everyone, it's Ace coming at you live with your celebrity news update. Our first celebrity news story today is George Clooney. George Clooney is back in his Silver Fox era for 2025 Tony Awards date night with wife Amal. George Clooney and Amal Clooney appeared in the 2025 Tony Awards in their black tie vests, and George showed off his natural silver hair. George is nominated for his performance in Good Night and Good Luck. The role marks the movie star's Broadway debut. It's a Broadway date night. On Sunday, June 8th, George Clooney and Amal Clooney hit New York City's Radio City Music Hall for the 2025 Tony Awards. At the ceremony, George, 64 years old only, is nominated for the Best Performance by a Leading Actor and a play for his role in Good Night and Good Luck. The performance marks the movie star's Broadway debut. Congratulations, George. I always liked you as an actor. I love you as an actor. You're great. For the big night, the couple stepped out in their black tie vests, and George officially showed off his natural silver hair again after keeping it dyed dark for his Broadway show. Amal wore a body-hugging beaded white column gown with delicate beading draped over each arm. She carried a matching white clutch and wore her long dark hair around her shoulders. She's beautiful. They're both a beautiful couple. I really like you guys as a couple. I wish I could meet you and do a podcast face-to-face, on-air, live. George kept it classic in a black tux and rocked his natural silver hair with just a bit of leftover dark dye at the top. The new stage production of Good Night and Good Luck is an adaptation. The new stage production of Good Night and Good Luck is an adaptation of the hit 2005 political drama of the same name about CBS News journalist Edward R. Murrow's legendary 1954 expose on Senator Joseph McCarthy. Clooney and Grant Heslov adapted the film for the stage, and the play is directed by Tony winner David Cromer. The film version was directed by Clooney, who co-wrote the script with Heslov. The play opened at New York City's Winter Garden Theater on Thursday, April 3rd, and it runs through June 8th. The actor who colored his hair a rich shade of brunette for his Broadway play Good Night and Good Luck has been vocal about the major style transformation. During a Monday, June 2nd appearance on Late Night with Seth Meyers, he shared one of the first things he planned to do after his final performance was fix his bad hair. It's bad. It's still dark on top, but it's gray at the bottom, Clooney said, telling Meyers, 51 years old, that it had been about 2 months since he last dyed his hair. So you get that really nice looking grow out of gray. It's bad, Clooney said. It's still dark on top, but it's gray at the bottom, Clooney said, telling Meyers, 51 years old, that it had been about 2 months since he last dyed his hair. So you get that really nice looking grow out of gray. Honestly, George, it's not good looking, and you need a better style, in my humble opinion. Take some gel and slick it back, even if you do have gray. If you want the gray, keep it. I mean, I've got some on the side, but it's not like all over the place. I got to have mine dyed too, but I try to keep it dyed. In my humble opinion, use gel and slick that hair back. However, the Ocean's 13 actor promised his signature look would soon return. The last show is Sunday. We do a matinee, and then by the time we go to the Tonys that night, it'll be gone, Clooney continued. The pair joked a bit more, with Meyers saying his guest looked sneaky in his baseball caps, as if he were trying to get away with something. It really looks bad, Clooney replied. It looks like I'm going through some horrible midlife crisis. I'm 64 years old. Midlife is a little stretch. He then confessed that Amal thought his new look was funny, but admitted she would be glad when it's gone. Never miss a story. Sign up for People's free daily newsletter to stay up to date on the best of what People has to offer, from celebrity news to compelling human interest stories. George and Amal, who tied the knot in 2014, share 7-year-old twins, Alexander and Ella. The Clooney family recently relocated to the Big Apple to support George during his time in the show. They love being here, the actor said while appearing on The Late Show with Stephen Colbert in February 1st. I mean, come on. How do you not love this? It's New York City. You're right. I love New York City, George. And you look great, George. I loved your films, the ones that I watched. I love you as an actor. You're so charismatic, so kind. You're so good at what you do. You really play the role. You really play the role best. Actually, a play is kind of a good schedule because you're working at night, he added. You get to see the kids during the day, so it's okay. During an April appearance on CBS Mornings to promote the play, George shared that he and Amal are having a really great life and time. Of their twins, he told host Gayle King, "Our kids are 7 years old, about to be 8, which is a pretty great age. They're really curious and funny. Every parent thinks their kids are great. Our kids are funny and make us laugh." George then recalled how he told King, 70 years old, in a previous interview, that he and Amal had never had an argument. That's incredible. That's incredible. George then recalled how he told Gayle King, 70 years old, in a previous interview that he and Amal had never had an argument. "I remember we were here with you once before, and I remember we said we'd never had an argument. We still haven't," he said. "We're trying to find something to fight about." That's crazy. George then recalled how he told King, 70 years old, in a previous interview that he and Amal had never had an argument. Never had an argument. "I remember we were here with you once before, and I remember we said we had never had an argument. We still haven't," he said. "We're trying to find something to fight about. I feel so extraordinarily lucky to have met this incredible woman," added the actor. "I feel as if I had hit the jackpot. There isn't a day that goes by where I don't think I'm the luckiest man in the world. It's so great." The 2025 Tony Awards will air on CBS and Paramount on Sunday, June 8th, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Don't miss it, folks. George will be there, and I love these guys. They make a beautiful couple. I'll leave the link in my Facebook. Peace.